Well, the first Prima player that I played with was played on a turtleback instrument, and I was enthralled by a turtleback Prima. So the first Prima that I was going to make, I decided was going to be one made out of a turtle shell. My brother had a friend in Valparaiso that had a farm, and on that farm they had this swamp, and the owner said there were turtles galore in this swamp. So we ventured to Valparaiso. My brother, who was an expert marksman with the gun, we sat on the shores and one raised its head and he nailed it. And from that turtle shell, I took it to the plant where I worked, and I made that instrument on government time, which is your lunch hour. I was able to make the scroll head, and I did it with files. I still don't know how I did that. After I completed the instrument, it was not much on sound, but it was an incentive to go ahead and make a number 2 instrument, which I made out of wood, and I did get better results with that one. And it seemed with each instrument I made, I seemed to progress a little bit better. The neck block is made out of curly maple with a black walnut runner down the middle. And it's a known fact that anything that is laminated like this is much stronger than a block of curly maple by itself. I've got this one ready. All I have to do is trace the neck pattern on here. Okay, my next step would be to take it to the saw and cut this out. All right, I've cut out the female portion of the dovetail, and I found out through past experiences my best bet is to make the male end after I cut the female out. Here you have the male, the female. This is the effect that you want. I made this one a little too large, but it's a good fit on the ends here. And there's nothing that prohibits you from filling in with little shims here and there. All right, this is the method that I use for putting the tops on these small instruments, which really don't need any braces. A lot of builders do use the braces, but the more braces you put on this top, the top won't vibrate freely, and you won't get nearly a great sound. These were actually for putting violin backs and tops together. This was the fellow from Highland, and while he was still in operation, I bought a lot of things from him. After this dries, what you do is you come down and button up the bottom part. Okay, after the top is fastened onto the instrument, then come some of the decorative things that we call purfling, which is multicolored wood. You can get it in many different patterns, and this is what it looks like once it's affixed to the instrument. And then this is what we call white binding. It's cellulose acetate, and this becomes the outer edge on the instrument. Once the top is ready for this, I have a special router there with a micrometer feed on it, and it allows me to go in to the depth that I need, and also the depth down, route that out, and then after warming this up, I'll bend it into place and mask it onto the instrument itself and let it stay that way for 2 or 3 hours, then come along and actually glue it in. I think I can soak this now and get it ready for bending. You can see it's like a wet noodle now.
Imate li momi, imate li mladi momi, dajte i na nas.
After that dries, I'll glue it in with this pattern maker's glue and come in with the cellulose white binding.
Lepili su lepili ne. Imate li mladi momi, dajte i na nas. Lepili su lepili ne. Imate li mladi momi, dajte i na nas.